here. Welcome to the Raw Watch Along for the April 22nd edition of Monday Night Raw. Getting the post out there that we are live. There we go. Do all that. Get that out there. And then Monday Night Raw. Oh, hold on. You guys are going to hear double of me for a second there. Do apologize for that. Got that taken care of, though, before it got too bad. Hello, Ravishing One. Hey, Zach. Chat filling up pretty quickly here. Yeah, just me tonight. Ray is at a movie tonight, so going to see Spider-Man 2, since it is back in theaters for the week, which I am pretty excited about. I'm giving some serious thought to going and seeing it myself again, because it is my favorite movie of all time, personally. But of course, I am here live on the channel. Of course, the unfortunate news breaking today that Von Wagner has been released from WWE, which is incredibly unfortunate. So we're kicking off Raw with Cole and Pat in the ring. It's the final show, or the final Raw at least, before the draft, because I don't do watch-alongs to NXT, because I barely ever watch it. A battle royal. Iron Survivor for a North American title shot since Trick is never going to. Yes, that's been mentioned a few times, Zach. It's to determine who challenges either Axiom or Oblivion at Stand and Deliver. Which the situation with Von Wagner in response to his release and him being in the Iron Survivor match in LS11. I don't have any update at the moment, and there won't be an update on NXT tomorrow either. Ravish, you want to ask, what is the match card for tonight on Raw? I know of DIY versus The Awesome Truth, and I know of the Women's Battle Royal. That's all I know about, though. I don't follow WWE on social media just because I don't follow, the only wrestling company I follow on social media is TNA. And that's because they don't post much. WWE is tweeting like 50 times a day, so I don't follow them for that reason. That, and I'm trying to stay off social media a little bit more. Just because, well, it's terrible. So, looking at the lineup for the Women's Battle Royal, I feel like Liv is the probably obvious pick. I wouldn't mind a dark horse like Chelsea Green lucking her way into it. I wouldn't mind if they used the Battle Royal tonight. Like, if they used the Battle Royal tonight to make someone that's never had the title before, and then, yeah, Women's Battle Royals for the title. I wouldn't mind if they used the Battle Royal to give someone who's never had the title before, like a Candice LeRae, like a Chelsea Green, like, hell, even a Shayna Baszler, the title, but unfortunately, I do anticipate probably being Liv. And that's not, when I say unfortunate, it's not because I don't like Liv. I'm not terribly interested in her as champion. Her character, the whole, watch me, doesn't really interest me. The revenge tour thing doesn't interest me. I was reading something, and Jacob Fatu is reportedly coming sometime this week. Yeah, that's being reported. I assume probably Friday would make most sense. We'll see. I'll be doing live reactions on Friday night too. Yeah, I agree with you on that one, Ravishing One. Battle Royal for a world title is kind of ridiculous. The only time I would say a Battle Royal type match for a title, like for a world title, is cool is if the Royal Rumble is for the title, like, the 93 Rumble or the 2016 Rumble. I think that's fun, but just, you know, I would have rather seen like the Survivor Series Deadly Game that they did back in the 90s. I would have loved like everyone from the Raw Women's Division in a one-night tournament to crown a new champion. And you can tell stories throughout the night, and just Raw is pretty much dedicated to that tournament. You could have like Nia squash someone like Maxine Dupree in the first few, like within a few seconds to start it out. Nia dominates her way through it, while someone like Becky and Liv are struggling their way through it. So then it becomes a thing of like when they get to the Nia makes it to the finals, and then Nia's still pretty much fresh, but someone else is beat up and they're an underdog coming in, and then you got a whole story you could tell there. But I like battle royals, so I'm not going to complain too much. I just think it's unfortunate Rhea got injured. Is someone in the front row on a phone call? Stop texting. You're in the front row at Monday Night Raw. Is that a new theme for Priest? I can't tell. I'm sure Twitter will be in an outrage about it if it is, because Death Rebel. I need to. I'm gonna update the website while Raw is on tonight. The Raw watch-alongs are kind of where I just the Raw watch-alongs are really just where I do the website updates for the week. So my last update would have been. I really wish there was a way I could look at like my version history or something. Oh, here we go. Site history. 4/15. It's the 15th, which was last Monday. Yeah, the 15th, last Monday. I updated it through Tuesday, or through NXT. Yeah, the theme Priest came out to wasn't bad. Hope Damian retains backlash. He deserves a long reign, at least 3 months. Yeah, I would like to see that. I just don't want to see a match filled with, like, faction bullshit, you know? Okay, hold on. Let me pull up Dynamite and see what happened on Dynamite to see if I remember doing win-loss for it or not. Survey says no. Hey, Pierre. Yeah, the new theme for Priest, not bad at all. Rare Def Rebel dub. Yeah, the Osprey Danielson match last night was pretty great. I watched it. I didn't do. You might be wondering, Xander, why didn't you do live reactions to either pay per view this weekend? I was really tired and couldn't be asked to be live all weekend. Jey Uso says Damian Priest is only leader of Judgment Day because Rhea Ripley is hurt. Dom's bitch, huh? Dynasty itself was a fun show across the board. Some matches went a little long for my liking. That's just me personally. JD, you continual fuck up, you. Yeah, more problems on LS11 today between Priest and Balor. The story's getting interesting. Yeah, yeah. Big change to the Rumble as well. Hook losing the FTW title. He's probably leaving AEW. Oh, yeah, I have zero doubt that he's leaving. I don't know. I don't know what the deal with the FTW title will be, because that's Taz's belt. So Hook could very well get it back, and Hook could very well just take that title with him when he leaves if Taz allows it. Taz is the one that owns the rights to that belt's appearances. God, this is going to be a little bit more of a tedious website update week because had some releases this week, had some people leave companies, but tag team title match up first, match-wise. I don't think DIY's winning it, but I would pop huge if they did. I Love these guys, as everybody knows. So the other reason I wasn't live last night for live reactions is some good news for everybody. Good news, everyone. As of last night, Royal Rumble Season 5 is fully recorded. The full show has been recorded, and I'm very proud of that. So that's fantastic news. Like, and everyone's probably expecting, oh, Xander's sitting here talking about how he did the Rumble, how much went wrong. It took, so typically, for those that don't know, those that have never heard me complain about doing the Rumble before, the Rumble is my favorite show of the year to do because the Rumble is just my favorite pay-per-view of the year. However, um, doing the Rumbles is really hard depending on depending on what stories I want to tell during the Rumble, and um, depending on who's winning it and what spot they're coming in. For example, the year AJ Styles won from number one, I had to legit play 2K22 and win from number one, which was not easy, and it took me a couple days of recording to do that. Like, not just like recording for X amount of days straight, but more so like taking a couple days off at a time. And so this time around, I am happy to reveal that it did not take me 3 days. It took me 2 attempts. That being said, my wife has just alerted me that dinner is ready, so I will be back 90 seconds. I don't know, something like that. Let me find my water bottle to take that and fill it up. It's already downstairs because I left it down there when I was showing her the Deadpool and Wolverine trailer. I'll be right back. You know, sometimes I wonder how far down the hall you guys can hear me from. Because I know that my wife and my roommate frequently talk about how they can hear me all the way downstairs sometimes. Okay, let's see. Zach says, the attacker practically revealed who he was today. Yeah, that's kind of the point. And the Ravishing One asks, what is next for LA Knight? Maybe a US title win. Also, what do you think about him? Well, I also feel like US title, and if you really want to know how I feel about LA Knight, then look no further than ls11universe.com, your one-stop shop for all things LS11 Universe. And to go here, and then you go down here on the main roster here, and you go to LA Knight. There's a little ways down. Where he is 13-5, and his career highlights are that he is a former WWE champion, US champion, 2-time tag champ, 3-time hardcore champ, and former Mr. Money in the Bank, all in the LS11 Universe series. That's the wrong tab, Xander. I think that might tell you how I feel about him. But I'm a fan. I love LA Knight, to answer the question legitimately there. Okay, hold on. I need to bump the lighting up. There we go. Those new belts, I know a lot of people don't really like them. I like them. I think they look fine. Shout out to my wife for cooking dinner, as usual. For reference, for those that think I should make my wife do all the cooking, she works from noon to 9 p.m. Tuesday to Friday, and then works from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. on Saturday. So Tuesday to Friday, she eats at work, and my roommate and I take turns cooking. Saturday, I cook for the three of us. Sunday and Monday, my wife cooks for the three of us. Usually one day in there, we eat as a family, too. Like, we just order, like, a pizza or something. Yeah, I assume this is an awesome truth retention. I feel like a heel team is going to be the ones to beat them. Whether that be Team Gable, which is what I'm going to call the Creeds if they pair up with Gable, or Imperium. Hope they get new IC and WWE titles. Yeah, I would appreciate that. Alright. I will let this match go. I will eat my dinner and watch this match, and then I'll get back to updating the website. I hope for a new WWE title, at least. I don't know. Yeah, I'm going to just put it on... I'm just going to put it on the regular lighting for now. When it gets a little darker out, we'll switch to the kind of mood lighting. Yeah, IC title I would appreciate. I wouldn't mind a new one, but I don't mind what they've got now either. Draft Javon Evans in the crowd with a sign there. He's got some character work to do. NXT is the right place to do that, but I think that kid's going places. And it's weird that I could actually call him a kid and it doesn't sound weird because I'm 24 and he's 19. There's almost as much of an age gap between us as there is with my younger brother and I. There's the same age gap between Tyler Bate and I that my older brother and I have. Actually, no, Tyler Bate's 3 years older than me. My older brother's 2 years older than me. Zach says, my first week of cooking school was good. Well, that's good to hear, Zach. I'm glad. You know, I did my 4.5 years of college. I can't. It's going to be a very long time before I'm ready to do any school again. Like I said, I would love a DIY win, but I feel like it's got to be heels that take the belts off our truth with how over truth is right now. I love the patting on the back that Gargano and Ciampa always do. Heel DIY would be different. I know they did it a little bit in NXT when Ciampa kind of manipulated Gargano in early 2019. Yeah, when Gargano won the North American title. What are some NXT call ups we think we're getting in the draft, everybody? Ilya feels obvious. Um, hmm. That's a great question. Bret Hart in his prime as a free agent. Where do you think he goes? AEW, WWE, New Japan. I mean, I don't know. It depends. If he, I. It depends. Is he, that young Bret Hart? Is he the Bret Hart that we know today? Does he already know what he knows about the wrestling business? Does he already know the guys in the business? Because if so, I'd say probably AEW because of the FTR. But and Bret Hart versus Bryan Danielson. But I don't know. Let's see. Zach says Roxanne. Probably the D'Angelo family and Baron Corbin. I know those were names that were kind of being talked about a little bit. Who else? Let me look at the NXT roster here. Yeah, Corbin, the D'Angelo family, Mello. Carmelo's got to get the call up, right? Ilya Dragunov, obviously. I'd love a Dijak call up, but I know he's not signed a contract yet. He's not signed a new deal yet. I think that's why they're holding off on it, from what I've gathered. Yeah, I could see a dark horse like a Blair Davenport. Yeah, yeah, I'd say AEW as well, probably. If Cora wasn't injured, you could see her. Apparently, the idea was that if Cora hadn't been injured, she and Roxanne were going to do a heel run as a team, and that could have been fun. Oh, oh, pedigree from Ciampa. Shit. R-Truth kicking out of a pedigree. Triple H is far more humble than I ever anticipated. Like I said, I imagine it's an awesome Truth victory, but I would pop huge for Gargano and Ciampa getting the tag titles. I was gonna say, yeah, they were. Gargano's feet were way too close to the ropes for it not to be a Miz pull-out moment. Oh, that was a cool sequence. Truth crushing finale for the win. Yeah, like I said, I figured it was an awesome Truth win. Fun match as usual. DIY, I kind of hope go to SmackDown. Just I don't know. DIY has a SmackDown feel to me personally. It's a fun match though. Oh, are they already teasing the Ciampa heel turn? Oh shit, they're already teasing a Ciampa heel turn. All right. All right, let me get back to updating the roster. A little bummed I didn't win though. Thought they would have Imperium. Didn't think they would. Um, yeah, Imperium is probably who wins it unless they go to SmackDown. They're in Logan Paul would oddly bang. You know, oddly it would. Now that you say that. We all know he will turn on John Gargano. Yeah, eventually he will, but I'm hopeful they'll give them at least a little more time before they do the turn. Okay, here's the real question, everybody. Here's the real question. Who's going to NXT in the draft? That's the one I'm really curious about. Who goes to NXT? I'd like to have him swerve and turn Johnny heel this time. I don't know, man. There's something just right about heel Ciampa face Gargano. Like, you know, it didn't work for me quite as well when it was the other way around. I, I don't see Gargano going back to NXT, Zach. Shinsuke feels like the guy that could use the refresh. Yeah, I 100% agree with that. Yeah, I completely see that one. I think you send Otis, Tozawa, and Maxine down there. Just get them the hell away from Chad Gable. I don't want any of them with heel Gable. I don't buy any of those three as heels. I love all three of them. I do. I just don't buy them as heels. Okay, I'm working on getting the dynamite results put onto the website here. Omos to NXT. I just don't see that. I don't see that one at all. Omos is fine when he's used sparingly. Screw have Shinsuke dethrone Ilya. Let him reign as the old mad tyrant. Desperate to prove he's not a joke. Hell, that'd be fun. I love Shinsuke, so that'd be awesome. They've never really done that, have they? Like, the closest they've had to like a veteran coming back and holding the NXT title for an extended period of time was Finn back in 2020. Yeah, 2020 into 2021. And it's like, you know, people can sit here and go, "Oh, but what about Dolph?" Dolph had the title for 4 weeks and there was no fucking point to it. Like, I think of people who haven't been used. Yeah, but I don't think just because they haven't been used doesn't mean that NXT is the right fit for them. Like, Omos does not fit NXT at all. Yeah, congrats to Swerve on the AEW title win. Yeah. Very exciting times with Swerve, AEW champion. Big fan of Swerve in this house. That's gonna be cool. The NXT show from the UFC Center is gonna be pretty cool. Is NXT gonna do a show in the Octagon? I'm kidding, obviously, but that would be very funny. Hope Ciampa grows out the beard again, even when he turns. Kevin could be fun in NXT. Yeah, I actually, Ray and I were discussing that years ago, doing that in Universe, having Kevin Owens go to NXT. Oh, here comes Imperium. I hate that it took me a solid minute to realize that's whose music was playing. Not because, like, oh, it's so generic, but because it's not. I actually really like the Imperium theme and Gunther's theme. It was more so like, um, my brain is not fully here yet. Cross back to NXT. Yeah, I kind of hope that the final testament back to NXT is just kind of a swerve from them showing up a couple nights ago. Personally, just I would rather just see them on main roster. They just feel physically they feel too big for NXT. If that makes any sense. Who's Swerve's Double or Nothing challenger? I feel like it's too soon for Hangman. Maybe Keith. If Keith Lee is healed, I would say yes. But I don't know if Keith Lee is medically cleared. Otherwise, it'd just be the rematch. Swerve and Joe. Just do it again. Because it was a hell of a match. I'm not saying I want royalties for that main eventing a pay-per-view for a world title or anything. But, you know, check in the mail first for a month. Hear me out, Christian. That would be cool. There's already history there with the casket match. That could be fun. Okay, where are we going with this, Gunther? As for who dethrones Swerve, it's down to the Adams or Osprey. I'd say either Osprey or Adam Cole, yeah. Oh, yes! Gunther declares himself for the King of the Ring tournament. Fuck yeah. That's your winner right there. And we all know good and well they're not going to do the damn now that you've won, you got to walk around in a Burger King crown for the next couple years thing. Oh, what's New Day doing out here? Woods is probably about to declare for the tournament again. Woods declaring for King of the Ring as well. Okay, it it's not it's not as funny as they think it is. Yeah, Pac and Okada was a fun match. It was just I I hate to put it this way. On a show filled with great matches, it was just a little hard to remember that one. Yeah, it's I I hate that I feel the way I do about New Day now, but I am fucking sick of it. Okay. So, I'm getting the website updated, as I said. Good God. The record of Seth Rollins continues to be outright ridiculous this season. He is now 30-0 in Season 5. That is not only the most matches in one season, he has not dropped a single one of them yet. He is on the run of a lifetime this season right now, is Seth Rollins. Go, that's that handled. Now, let me... Yeah! It's quite the record for the Kingslayer, for Mr. Rollins. For the now longest reigning IC champ in LS11 history. He is, I think, about to officially cross a year with that title. 30-0, that's... I unfortunately don't have the old win-losses anymore, which had, like, all the season breakdowns in one page, but it's like... That's not the most matches in one season ever. I think that actually goes to him in Season 2. Or Season 3, I mean. Where I think he wrestled, like, 48 matches in one season. You know, when there's 48 weeks in a season, he was wrestling on average one match a week. But he didn't have anywhere near the win-loss record that he's got right now. He did not go 30-0 in Season 3. He had a decent record in Season 3, but he dropped quite a few matches along the way in Season 3. Like the match to Hit Row, like the match to Gargano at Backlash, like the match to Roddy at Extreme Rules, stuff like that. But yeah, Seth is on the run of a lifetime. He's definitely a front runner for Star of the Year this season. Could become the first person to win Superstar of the Year 2 years in a row. Or not in a row, but 2 different years in LS11. Of course, the voting will go out after WrestleMania Night 2. I really hope you guys are excited for NXT Deadline this weekend, by the way. Because I have been working hard on it. I'm not done with it yet. I did the Rumble first, because that's a little more important to get done. But I do hope you guys enjoy Deadline. I'm almost done with it. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 matches left to do, and then I'm done with it. Only reason I have taken so long is I needed a break yesterday. Oh, Miz has officially wrestled 100 matches on the channel now. Miz now one of the ever-growing list of people to have 100 matches on the channel. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, Maharaja out. Fuck this place, Maharaja out. Famous last words that sent Jinder Mahal out of LS11 Universe. With our belt, by the way! So that's slightly concerning. Don't know how we're going to get that back, but we'll track him down somehow. I'm excited for King and Queen of the Ring. I will say I'm slightly concerned on if I'll be able to do a watch-along or not. Because they are going to air the same day as my younger brother's high school graduation, and of course that takes priority because it's my brother, and I'm not gonna prioritize watching wrestling over my brother. Dijak has now, as of tomorrow, will have wrestled 100 matches on the channel. So that list is ever growing, as I said. Crowd at Dynasty was, despite being a little over 7K, loud not the whole night. Well, that's cool. Maharaja World Tour, Jinder in the LS11 Indies. Yeah, it could happen. He does have that belt that allows him to travel through the entire LS11 universe, so that belt acts as a key to the LS11 multiverse. Which is a little concerning, because that really does mean we have no idea where he's going to show up. They're putting over all the big things that happened with King of the Ring on commentary. So hopefully that means that they're not going to do a King whoever gimmick, Queen whoever gimmick. Hopefully that's the end of that. I do think Gunther is the front runner to win King of the Ring. That's just that's my immediate pick for who wins it. Maybe you have to make a deal with the double home run. Nope, not happening. Not a chance. I would sooner make a deal with Sephiroth. Watch this be the year Finn wins Money in the Bank. I mean, he did just sign a new deal, so it's not impossible. I didn't properly title NXT for tomorrow. I will eventually make an NXT intro, by the way. I will eventually update the NXT intro. It's on the list of things to do. It just never gets high enough on the list when I'm actually feeling up to doing it. Yeah, no, I'm not making a deal with Homelander to get the title from Jinder. Yeah, no, I'm not doing that. He already has his sights set on Cornell's ARW title. I'm not giving him any chance to get another belt. And the free agent list on ls11universe.com, it's getting bigger this week. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't going to miss having Jinder in the main universe. Like, I love Jinder. I'm going to legit miss having him in WWE. Hopefully hopefully he'll land on his feet and do some good stuff. I would love to see a Jinder TNA run. We were talking about that on stream the other night. Like, that's where I want him to land. I want to see Jinder land in TNA. I don't know how many people are going to be in King of the Ring, but so far we got Gunther and Woods in there. I assume it's probably going to be between between 4 or 8 people on each show. But that's obviously going to rely on the draft too. Now that I think about it, so forget I said anything there. God, the All 11 WWE roster is getting smaller. It is, as I'm removing people, it's going down. I really hope everyone that got caught in the releases this week, I really hope they all land on their feet. I don't want to see anyone have a bad time with, in wrestling. I hope everyone lands on their feet and does good stuff. Like I said, I'd love to see TNA get quite a few of them. I'd love to see TNA get Xia Li and Jinder, at the very least. Hell, I could see Von Wagner doing some good stuff in TNA. I feel like TNA's got just the right amount of goofy that if he really leans into the goofiness of like Come Tuesday and just starts like saying things like Come Thursday, I think there's something. I think that you could have a decent run for him there in TNA as just like a goofy heel. Also, I assume he and Zion Quinn probably only have 30-day non-competes instead of 90-day because NXT deals are only 30-day non-competes, right? I I just don't understand why Imperium are jobbers as a tag team. I just fail to understand it. Maybe I don't know. I feel like Ludwig and Giovanni are like they're too good to just be job guys in the tag division. Oh, wait a minute. No. Oh, the kiss on the head from Kaiser tells me exactly what I need to know. Oh no. They're lingering on it too long. Yeah. Kaiser's turned. Oh, man. Poor Giovanni. That's someone. Well, if this turn is, is Vinci being removed from Imperium and Imperium's back to just Kaiser and Gunther, I could see Vinci going back to NXT. Oh God, he's going. He's going. He's going. Oh Jesus! That being said, Gunther moving up to the main event scene, Ludwig Kaiser becoming a mid-card guy as a singles guy. I'm here for it. I hope Giovanni Vinci lands on his feet and finds something too. But hopefully it works out for everybody. Now, if they want to expand Imperium, hear me out. Okay. Call up Alexander Wolf. Call up Timothy Thatcher. Have those two guys be the tag team. I don't think Thatcher is ever coming back to WWE, but, Alexander Wolf, I could see. My assumption is that Imperium will just be Gunther and Kaiser. Okay, who else am I forgetting? I got. Alright, one left for. One person left to move to alumni. Or not to alumni, but to free agents. Oh, this one makes me sad, man. I'm moving Jinder to the free agency. Oh, it makes me sad. Jinder Mahal and Seth Rollins have had the exact same number of matches this season. I'm just going to let that sink in for everybody for a minute, alright? Cool. They have both had 30 matches this season. I think that means they are tied for most matches this season. Just going to let that sink in. Okay, I think I got everyone. Now at this point, I just got to do some roster show corrections. For example, like let's see here. Oh, right. Oh yeah, the speed tournament enters the semifinals this week with JD versus Ricochet, right? Let's see. Let's see here. Hey, JT. Yes, I still believe in Joe Hendry. What I don't have faith in anymore is TNA Creative to do a damn thing right anymore. Hold on, I know this is what JT wants, because someone explained to me how you've got, quite possibly, the most over person in wrestling right now, due to simply his sheer popularity that he's catching on the internet, because lightning in a bottle just caught, and instead of strapping the rocket to him and having him get the win over Rich Swann and get a win over AJ Francis, Flop Dalla, instead of doing all of that, you have him lose to Rich Swann, who hasn't won a match in fuck knows how long, singles-wise at least, because some former NFL players punched him in the face with a chain, and then one of their girlfriends or something, a rapper, I don't know, grinds on him while he's unconscious, which I've got some other issues with, you know, some consensual issues there, just saying. But nonetheless, how do you... And then instead of, you know, strapping the rocket to him, you're like, you know what we need? 50-year-old Matt Hardy in the main event. I love Matt Hardy. I do. But I would rather see Joe Hendry getting built up to the main event. Cool. Alright. Back to the purple lights. That's how I feel about the whole situation with Joe Hendry. So yes, long story short, I do still believe in Joe Hendry. I just don't believe in TNA to do anything other than push former WWE guys. Yeah, Matt Hardy would make more sense in the digital media territory. Because that belt, I believe he'll win. Or he would win. I have no issues with Laredo Kid. I know next to nothing about Laredo Kid, so I'm not going to sit here and, like, drag Laredo Kid for winning the digital media title. I just know nothing about him. I feel nothing towards Laredo Kid, personally. Oh, Drew. Never change. Good lord. No Kid's good, but weird seeing a big win against Crazy Steve of all people when he's perfect for the X Division. Yeah, like I said, no issues with Laredo Kid. Everything I've seen, he's good in the ring. TNA is kind of starting to build it to him. Correction on that one, Ravishing one. This is me personally. They were building up momentum, then they fired Scott D'Amore. And slowly but surely, things have just kind of... They're letting lightning in a bottle fizzle out more and more. With things like the Joe Hendry situation. Oh, Drew is going for King of the Ring. Hell yeah, Sheamus and Drew. Shamo. I will be happy with whoever hires Scott, whether it's TN or whether it's AEW or WWE. Oh yeah, I know AEW needs him, but Tony Khan, I know I'm gonna out myself as an E drone to some people with this. When in reality, I just like wrestling, and I just want all wrestling to succeed. Um, Tony Khan just refuses to get help from anyone to book the shows. Tony Khan overworks himself with Dynamite, Rampage, Collision, and Ring of Honor. Yeah. Oh yeah, Scott would be perfect running either TNA or Ring of Honor. Like, give him one of those two shows, Trips or Tony. Give him one of those, and just let him run. Oh, cheap shot from Drew. Yeah, I mean, Scott D'Amore is just really good at developing talent, right? Damn. All right, website's been updated. Oh, 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 oh. You're telling me we're getting Sheamus and Nakamura? I will be seated. Thank you. Nakamura and Sheamus. Holy shit. Alright. It's going to commercial for a minute, so I'm gonna take my bowl downstairs and I'm gonna grab myself a little snack because I always have a little snack at the end of the stream, towards the end of the stream here. So I will be right back. Luigi is kind of buried under some laundry over there, so I can't really have him stand in. So instead, we'll just throw up the intermission page.
That's right, stream on the go with 6 months of Disney Bundle on us. All your favorite content from Hulu, Disney Plus, and ESPN Plus is all yours. And watch it all on the new Galaxy S24 Plus, also on us. Only on Verizon. Right now, any large pizza for just $12 for pizza. Any pizza, any crust, $12. That means you love us or pizza on with any toppings, just $12. This deal won't last long, so order any way you want now. Ladies and gentlemen, please take your look. Inside though, turn up the volume with crunch. Once the dog said, and see for yourself that all these cells more than roast beef. Spoiler alert, all these cells. All these have the beats. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. So sexy, so seductive, Tender wraps are here for a limited time in bold flavors by Avery Barbecue or Cheesy Baja. Get yourself some TLC, tender, love, and chicken for only $1.99. Sonic Crispy Tender Wraps. How about the picnic choose to travel? You'll keep moving forward. Enterprise for lives that drop. This week only at large $2 pizza dominoes are just $6.99 each week. Hurry out! Like healthy pepperoni and big peppers, or ham and candy pineapple. The combinations are pretty endless. Act fast and get your favorite large $2 pizza for just $6.99 each this week only at Domino's.
I'm back. So solo Ludwig, I guess. All right, Trips. I'll let it play out. Yep, that's how I feel right now, too. Got myself a little snack. First ever match between Sheamus and Shinsuke. That's almost kind of crazy to realize, given Shinsuke's been around for 8 years now. Also, my God, like, I know people were body shaming Sheamus last week, which is absolutely disgusting. Like, I noticed he was a little bigger last week, but dude was out injured for 8 months. Of course he was going to come back looking a little bit, like, not as ripped as usual. Dude was recovering. I don't care. I don't care what he looks like. He's still putting on great matches. But my God, in 7 days, he's slimmed down noticeably. Also, a guy like me body shaming anyone is just ironic as hell. That's part of why you will never see me do it. That, and I don't like it when it's done to me. I get body shamed enough. Gotta love Pat trying to throw Cole under the bus there. There we go. I just need everyone to see this real quick. I just need everyone to see that tweet for a moment. Cool. I just need everyone to see that. That one tweet has brought me more joy than I would have expected. I wonder if we'll get any surprise appearances in the Battle Royal tonight. I doubt it, but apparently it's getting time. I know according to betting odds, Liv is the favorite tonight, which doesn't shock me at all. Also, thank you to everyone who joined me for the Mortal Kombat stream the other day. Like I said that in the Discord already, but just I want to say again, like thanks to everyone who showed up for that because that was so much fun. Yeah, I don't know. I could just see it being the people that are advertised, and it comes down to, Becky, Naya, and Liv, and it just, those three just go for a while.
Sonic garlic butter bacon cheeseburger. This week only, large cheeseburger pizzas and tacos are just $6.99 each week. Hurry out! Like melted pepperoni and green peppers, or lemon tangy pineapple. The combinations are pretty endless. Act fast and get your favorite large cheeseburger pizza for just $6.99 each. This week only in Diet.
Yeah, so TNA had their pay-per-view this weekend. It was a lot of fun. I watched it start to finish. Yeah, I watched it start to finish. Really fun show. Like I said, wasn't expecting Laredo Kid to win the digital media belt from Crazy Steve, but I'm also not going to complain about it. Like I said, I don't know enough about Laredo Kid to say one way or the other. Yeah, it was a fun show all around. Really enjoyed just all the shenanigans in the Knockouts title match. That was just really fun. Like, that was just a really fun match. And when Sami Callihan showed up, I really thought like that's what all the lights out teasers were for. So Matt Hardy showing up at the end of the show was a very pleasant surprise. Because I do really like Matt Hardy. I don't know. I would rather see other people getting, excuse me. I would rather see other people getting elevated to the main event. Should Nick Nemeth win? No, I don't think so. So I might get some heat for saying that I don't think so, but here's why I don't think so, and I think people can at least respect my reasoning. Nick Nemeth, that would just be another TNA homegrown guy losing the world title to a former WWE guy for name recognition purpose, and they've been really good in the last several years about not doing that. And I think Moose is on a really good run right now. Maybe some people might disagree with me on that, but I think Moose has been on a pretty great run at the moment. And I think there's still more mileage to go. I don't particularly care for the system as a faction, because I don't really care about Brian Myers unless he's with Matt Cardona. And I don't give a singular fuck about Eddie Edwards or Alicia Edwards. Just never interested me before. And probably never will interest me. But Moose himself, I love Moose. That is a big motherfucker. I think he's awesome. I've gotten to see him in person before. I've never gotten to meet him in person, though. I would love to meet him. If TNA comes to Atlanta and he's an option for a meet and greet, I will 100% meet Moose, because I've been a fan of his since I saw him for the first time in 2015 when he was in Ring of Honor. But to get back on my train of thought there, no, I just think it makes more sense to keep the world title on the homegrown guy for a little while and eventually have Moose lose the title to someone that is another TNA homegrown, whether that's an up-and-coming star or, I would personally prefer it being like a homegrown star that's never won it before, like a Hendry if they keep him. My hypothesis is Hendry is jobbing out to Flop Dalla and whatever his group is called, like Coach Class, First Class, but all with dollar signs or something, because, putting dollar signs instead of S's in your name doesn't make you look like a broke bitch at all. I think TNA know they're not going to be able to keep Hendry, and my assumption is his contract is going to be up soon. And with WWE seemingly being a little more open to letting high-profile free agents keep their names lately, if WWE got Hendry, because I'll say it here and now. If AEW gets Joe Hendry, I will be fucking furious. Sure, he'll be making a lot of money, and sure, I'm sure the schedule will work better for him, but Tony Khan will Danhausen him. And what I mean by that is Tony Khan, when it comes to booking comedy guys, and don't think this is tribalism, it's not, because I do enjoy AEW, but there are certain things about Tony Khan's booking I dislike. There's certain things about Triple H's booking I dislike, and Triple H is my favorite wrestler of all time. Let that sink in for a moment. Okay? Cool? Okay, cool. Let's just make sure we got that ground rule established for anyone is like, oh, Xander's just an E-drone or something like that. Because I'm not. I like AEW, I just don't like certain things about Tony's booking. So, back on track. When Tony Khan gets a comedy guy or finds someone who can do something funny, unless their name is Orange Cassidy, they're not allowed to wrestle. Danhausen has been in AEW. Excuse me. Danhausen's been in AEW for 2 years. Right? Danhausen's been in AEW for 2 years. Now, I will give Tony this. Danhausen was injured for about 6 months, right? Got injured at the end of March, was back in November. Let's see. So I might be a little off on that calculation. So March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November. Okay, was out for 9 months. I'll give you that. However, you had him for a year and 3 months before that. And he wrestled 21 matches overall. I don't think he's had a match since he came back in November. He's not had a match in AEW all year, and we're a third of the way through the year. To the point where Danhausen's off doing the indies. And when he was around, he was just randomly showing up to do comedy bits, and that was it. You know good and well, if AEW gets Joe Hendry, it'll just be random backstage skits of someone accidentally saying the phrase, of someone accidentally going, say his name.
Say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry.
And that happening. And then Joe will cut a little promo, he'll say some stupid stuff, he'll throw in like a one-liner, and then when it comes to actual matches, he will just get absolutely destroyed. Like, think about it like this. Danhausen, when he signed with AEW, it took like a month. No, it took like 4 months before his first match. Because he got signed in January, right? Like early January, sounds right? When they did the Beach Break show in January. He showed up during the Adam Cole and Orange Cassidy match. Didn't have his first match until like mid-April and got beaten like 18 seconds by Tony Nese. Let that sink in again. In 18 seconds by Tony fucking Nese. So that's why I don't want to see Joe Hendry go to AEW. That being said, he could go to WWE and they do the exact same thing. I don't know. I just have a little more faith in WWE personally. Anyway, JT says, honestly, the thing is, I agree Moose should have won. I just don't know who should be next in line to challenge Moose outside of Jordan Grace losing the Knockouts title and chasing the world title. Let me look at the TNA roster here. Oh, hello, Bronson Reed. Oh, Jesus! That actually gave me a slight jump. That actually made me jump a little bit. Let's see. Let me look at the TNA roster here, and let's see if we can brainstorm someone that would be good to go after Moose. So I know from the TNA spoilers who his next opponent is. And so TNA spoilers in 3, 2, 1. It's Josh Alexander going after Moose next. So I covered my mouth so no one, if someone muted me, they couldn't read my lips on accident. Um, Byron Cutler asks, LS11, are you Team Liv or Team Alexa? As in, like, for the main event tonight, because I don't think Bliss is coming back. I don't think Bliss is coming back tonight. I think they're both fine. Don't really have a preference between them. I guess, gun to my head, Alexa Bliss. I like Liv fine. I think that the amount of harassment I get from people online for saying she's fine and that I don't love her is a little ridiculous, and that's what's turned me away from her a little bit, but sure. Alexa Bliss, I guess. I guess. I don't, like I said, I really don't have a preference between the two. I'm a Rhea guy, obviously. Rhea and Becky guy myself. Also, I need to close the blinds. My wife opened those because Missile was being a pest yesterday. Missile decided to come in here and use the mess back here as like a jungle gym, essentially, and climbed up on the windowsill and was trying to bust the blinds. And so my wife opened the blinds a little bit, which makes the lighting in here weird. Oh man. Speaking of weird, what's going to be really weird is Friday and Monday doing the draft watch along from the old apartment back at my old hometown, because I'm going back to my hometown starting Friday at noon and I'll take all my computer setup stuff with me. I'm going to get some videos done while I'm in town, I guess, because I'm going to have to. But anyway, I'm going back from Friday through Tuesday to do all the paperwork and stuff that goes with it. I am selling my car and buying a new pre-owned car. God, with the gun to my head, you chose wrong, Xander. Yeah, the guy with the gun to my head would be a Liv stan, wouldn't it? Otis, Maxine, Otis, all to NXT. I think you probably meant Tozawa in there as well, I assume. But yeah, I agree. Just send those guys to NXT without Gable. Don't let them hold Gable back from becoming Perk Gable. Perk Gable. Check something here. Or 1624. This was last Tuesday? It was a Pat McAfee show live. I was at a restaurant getting lunch one day last week, and that was on. I was wondering if that's what episode it was. I don't listen to Pat's show. Pat's fine on commentary. I don't really care to listen to him talk about football because I'm not a football guy, believe it or not. Born and raised in South Georgia, not a football guy. Or no, North Georgia.
Gable for his hometown hero, Sammy Zayn. Now, tear the house down and Sammy walks out as Zayn. I mean, it's a great story, right? And no, it's sad, even if I didn't want to. But not Sammy. It wasn't good enough for him. He had to run it in. He found me weeping in the back corner of the room, and he placed that championship right in front of my face. When I took it on the chin, I showed class. I got up, I raised his hand right in the middle of this ring and gave him this moment. But even that wasn't enough. God was one. In the front row, I brought that championship down to celebrate with her when he knew I was standing right there. He knew that was my moment. That should have been me at WrestleMania.
Oh, Gable's going, it should have been me mode. Oh, snap.
What? Tozawa? Got a problem with that, huh? Say something. I got a problem with you myself, Mr. Funny Man. All you do is come out here week after week, your little dance, and direct on loss after loss. It's pathetic. And Maxine. Sweet Miss Maxine.
Oh, no.
Pretty as a princess.
Oh, no.
But dumb as a box of rocks. I mean, what else do I have to do? I did everything and got nothing in return. It's pathetic. And don't even get me started on you.
Oh, no.
Otis? Look at yourself. Beyond a shadow of a doubt. To be the biggest disappointment of them all.
Oh.
Guys, back up a second. Hold on. Okay? This right here this is why you signed up for the Academy, right? For feedback, honest feedback to show you how to get better. Don't be upset with me for this, alright? So get on the same page and know that from now on, we're gonna focus on Gable. We're all gonna win my Intercontinental Championship together. And you're gonna help me no matter what. Right? No. I want to hear you say it together. No matter what. Oh. Otis. I didn't hear you.
It's just sad. I don't see them sticking with Gable for long.
Show me what happened instead. That was
Dom's mustache is fantastic. I didn't notice it earlier.
But I guess honestly, I'm ready and I'm not. So do the whole with soccer. That's what we're on. We'll take it. The little bubble will be. So that's this Wednesday for us. That's what I will get further. The Bears film getting in as higher ricochet, and I am. Yeah, keep walking. Ricochet.
Yeah, I'm gonna be real with y'all. I don't have any interest in Ricochet and Andrade against JD and Santos. There's just nothing there for me, man.
Toby ate a rat.
The best part of when you see breakfast in Rock Boulevard, it's all.
You don't got any dying Illness 11 questions tonight? Any burning questions you wanted to ask me all week?
We never actually discussed hiring.
I apologize. I don't have much to say at this point in the night. I don't know what's going on. Just kind of checking the YouTube analytics right now. So I talked about this. Did I talk about this Friday? I talked about this last night to Ray. I put this in the Discord. I decided if I were to ever quit LS11 Universe, if we ever were to just quit the series, which I don't see happening for a while. We've talked about it at length before. Ray and I both think that we've probably got at least 10 seasons in us. So check back in 2029 and we'll see if we're still doing this. We're at the least at our halfway point if we don't keep going to that point. Anyways, Soren. If I were to ever quit doing LS11 Universe, I'd go back to doing Let's Play stuff, obviously. But I would also, if I... Excuse me. Hold on. If I were to keep doing, like, wrestling-related content, even after LS11 Universe were to end, I had an idea this week for what I would do instead of full-on universe. And what I would do instead of full-on universe would be a 1 episode a week, 90-minute long weekly episodic series of a wrestling TV drama. And what it would be, the kind of consensus of it right now, would be like a drama show on 2K. Oh, I didn't even realize I have the webcam's unfocused. Hold on. Let's see if we can get Waluigi to focus it again. Come on. Come on. Let me try changing the lighting. See if the lighting changes, make it refocus. Yeah, I was in the middle of a really good train of thought with explaining the show as well. That's the annoying thing. And then the fucking camera decides that it's just gonna unfocus. Okay. Here we go. There we go. I found the focus settings as well. Okay, so it would be like a weekly 90-minute TV drama style series. And kind of the idea would be is it would follow a shoot promotion is what I would consider it. It would be an underground wrestling promotion that's kind of like an underground gambling ring. And it's used as a business front, as like it's an entertaining thing as a front to the public. And so it would then be a show about that and following the inner workings of that with the villain. And one idea I'd had would be like a government agent going in to try and take it down, having to pose as a wrestler. Thought that would be cool. And so it's like shoot fighting wrestling in a way where it's like the drama of the show is that the matches are happening, but they're really trying to win. I don't know. It might be a dumb idea. It's just something that came to me the other night. I told Ray about it, and Ray thought it was funny. But anyway, was not expecting Gunther to order Ludwig to take out Gio. It really be your boys at times. Zach says, is a lockdown pay-per-view for Universe Mode ever on the cards, or would it be retro or modern? I really hadn't thought about it much, man. I really haven't thought about it. I did the lethal lockdown match of Aces and Eights versus Main Event Mafia earlier in the season, and that's kind of it. I don't know. I don't really like gimmick pay-per-views where the whole pay-per-view is themed around one match other than the Rumble and Money in the Bank. But even then, we're talking about moving Money in the Bank to WrestleMania anyway, so I think at this point we've fully decided we are. We've got our winners picked. So now I have manual control over the focus on the camera. Hopefully that should stop it from trying to autofocus, which has been the bane of my existence. Crazy that the draft is coming up, man. Like I said before, I fucking love the draft. I didn't really get to watch the draft last year from what I remember. No, I saw parts of it. I saw parts of it last year. Mainly saw Mondays, but not Fridays episode last year. I think I was out to dinner with my wife or something last year. I don't remember exactly what I was doing on that specific day. I was a substitute teacher at the time. I know that.
This tag team matchup, they're not sponsored by Ben's Warehouse, Frank Sushi, Warehouse, Colorado. Third generation superstar starts off with
Oh, man. So, you guys excited for the next ARW or LSWF episode? ARW is next up on the docket. I was going to try and have an episode done this week, but I'm not in any rush to do it right now. Okay, I realize how this sounds, but I gotta take a piss, and I'm not holding it. So, this is my piss break match. We'll be right back. Okay, I have returned. Come on. And I didn't come alone, apparently. Okay. With you splitting Raw and SmackDown, each taking over one, how will you do the dual branded pay-per-views? Each record their brand's match, or do what you did for Ring of Honor and New Japan? We haven't really talked about it. Quite honestly. We have not really... Nizzle, you did not come in here just to get in the trash bag. She's like, yeah, I did. Come here. You owe the people... It's in your contract, Nizzle. It was in the contract when I adopted you. I get to have you on at least one stream or video per week for content. That's how it goes. You know this. You knew what you were signing up for when you didn't get, when you laid there and stared up at the fish water and caused my friends to ask me to adopt you. I don't think Missile knows what a missile drop kick is. I hate that I'm not interested in this match. I like all four people involved. Let that sink in for a minute. What character development I've had this year. I just admitted to liking JD McDonough suddenly. I like all four guys involved in the match. I just don't give a damn about this match. Good to know I could have waited 2 minutes and gone to the bathroom during commercial. But yeah, ARW is next on the docket to get an episode. I will... Like... Yeah, I went from calling him JD McJagoff at the beginning of the year to being like, yeah, I like him, he's fine. He makes me laugh. Nizzle, what are you doing? Nizzle, do not destroy the Britney cutout, you little shit. What are you doing? What are you doing? Huh? Come here. Don't make me come around there because I don't know if I can. Well, she did indeed not make me come back there. Did she run tail sticking straight up through a bunch of wires and just pull a bunch of things down? Yes. But however, malicious compliance, I suppose, she did indeed not make me come back there. So I can't be that upset, can I? And now look at her. Look at her. Sitting here so polite. I can't believe I've had this little thing for 8 months now. Let's think again. I adopted her when she was 5.5 months old. She's over a year old now. She is 14 months old. Crazy. Cornel might have his biggest challenger to date in ARW. Yeah, I really got to set hard deadlines for myself on ARW and LSWF for when their big shows are, because otherwise it's just gonna like never happen, more or less, and the series will quietly fade away again, and all my work of setting them back up is gonna be for nothing. Be like the NXT reboot last year. Heyo! 2 years ago at this point. Season 4. Now she wants out. Off to commit more crime. Don't let LSWF die before we see Yamashita. You know, you got a point there, Zach. You got a point. He's on the roster. Yeah, like I said, I'll try and get an or I'll try and get an ARW episode done in the next couple days. It really is just gonna kind of be one of those things of like when I get time, because I don't really think about it much right now. Like, I still got to do Deadline, TNA, and SmackDown this week. Granted, I've only got 3 matches left for Deadline, right? I got Corbin and Trick. 4 matches. I got Corbin and Trick, Metaphor versus MK Ultra, the Iron Survivor match, which is a guaranteed 30-minute thing, assuming I don't fuck up and have the winner accidentally lose, and Andrade and Jimmy for the world title, or for the NXT title, you know what I mean. Also, I eventually got to get to the Flash Fury tournament. It's just a matter of, like, I had my 32 names for it on Friday. Forgot to save the list. Didn't send it to Ray because I didn't think he'd be down for the 4 people I'd picked from AEW for it. And so now I'm to a point where I'm like, do I just kind of look at our 6 rosters we have available, WWE, AEW, TNA, Ring of Honor, New Japan free agents, and go like 3 from the main 5, or no, 4 from each of the main 5, which would be 20. Okay, no. Hold on. Anywhere between 5 and 7 from the main 5, and then like 4 free agents. I don't know. Or do I just go WWE with it at this point? Do I just go with the speed title? Because I'm going to be honest with you guys, I don't know how much longer the Cruiserweight title's got. Cruiserweight title's going to stick around at least through the end of Season 5, but part of me wants to replace it with the speed title in Season 6 instead. And just have that be, instead of it being a weight limit division, just be like a who can beat their opponent the fastest division. You know? I don't know. What do you guys think about that? Change the Cruiserweight division to the speed division. And just maybe, and then I could have episodes on weekly shows as well, like Raw and SmackDown could have speed matches. And then, of course, Flash Fury being a thing still. I don't know, just thinking out loud. I swear they've changed the name of Andrade's finisher at least 5 times since he got here. It was El Idolo, it was La Sombra, now it's the Shadow. I swear it was something else.
Embarrassed once again by Judgment Day. Maybe it breaks business.
Jesus. Yeah, I'll run that idea by Ray later as well about the changing it to the speed title. God, I love Dom's little mustache. And I think the reason I love Dom's mustache is with that hair and that stash, that is what I looked like my first year of college. Unfortunately, I don't know where my old college ID is. Wait, actually. I might know where my old college ID is at. It might just be in here. No. Okay, not in there. It might be in one of these drawers, though. So give me a moment and I will check that. Because none of you have ever seen my college ID. It was months before I started YouTube back up. Or started Universe back up. I was doing YouTube. I was just doing the Let's Play stuff over on Xander LS11. During my absence, if you will, from the product. Let's see here. Doesn't look like it's in here, but I'm giving it a thorough check just to see. I swear I saw it recently and took like a solid couple minutes to stop and laugh at it. Which, trust me, it was bad. Like, many of you have seen my picture of when I had long hair. It was right after a shower. that that picture got taken with the long hair. So instead of it being all curly and fluffy, it was long and straight. Let's see. I'll have to crop my dad and former stepmom out of the photo, but it looked vaguely like this. Let me find it. Let's see. For those that wonder, this is loosely what I look like on my college ID, and this is why I say that Dom is what I used to look like. Let me bump down the brightness a little so it maybe picks up on the screen a little better. My face was a little bit smaller back then too, because I weighed a decent bit less. So yeah, Dom is rocking the haircut and facial hair I used to have. And of course, as we know, I cut it all off. And now I'm growing it back. Except now I can actually grow a full beard. Which is fantastic. Ugh. Well, the Battle Royale's up next. So that's going to be exciting. Yeah, Sean Rossat pointed this out on Twitter, and I was thinking the same thing. They might as well just put all the SmackDown women in this Battle Royal too. I mean, everyone's about to get moved across rosters on the draft this weekend anyway. AJ and Cody is going to be fucking great. That match is going to be great. Is it still the... Do they still have the two? Yeah. I don't know. I guess they're just going to change that in the draft, probably. When Cody gets his new belt, hopefully. They've still got two different world titles. The Undisputed WWE title and the Universal title on the website. So there's technically 3 world championships right now.
When I first got there, I was told to go in the corners, watch, learn, stay humble, and be patient. No. See, instead, just try. Hey, how about the scene this is going to set for a pack? Becky Lynch, the man, I beat her. 1, 2. Money in the bank. I was inches from that briefcase. Survivor Series. One-on-one against William Bell. once to becoming women's first. So this last year has been a hell of a year. Scariest part of your life is that I'm just getting started.
Welcome back to Monday Night Raw. Jackie Redmond backstage with Candice Ray and Indy Hartwell.
Oh yeah, Solo and Tama laid a beating on KO. Man, Friday, Tama Tonga really brought out the guerrilla tactics that he's known for. Yeah.
To achieve success, but in tonight's battle royal, it'll be every woman for herself. Can we feel fine right now? I think it was underhanded. I mean, even the way that Candice does things. No, but I want to defend our victories. And that's really our good victories. And so tonight, we have two of them. I am so sorry, Stu.
Stu the cameraman getting the name drop.
As you can see, the motions are running by. High back here, tensions are extreme ahead of this.
God, I love Becky Lynch.
This is your first time fighting for the world championship, right? Go right there. Show everybody where it won't be your last. Okay?
God, I love Becky.
Now I have fought here. But when you're ready, I'll get him. Wait. Then if that's all said and done, the man has come around to Columbus. I just walk in, looking for a fight.
They're making the battle royal feel huge with this. I'll tell you that. Love seeing Regal sitting in Gorilla with Trips. I don't imagine Becky's winning as much as I would absolutely love it if she did. God, they're getting the last half hour. Hell yeah. But they're giving her the last 30 minutes. I mean, we got to sit here through a commercial. All right, we got about 3 more minutes to kill. So to give you guys kind of a rundown of what we got left this season, because the season's getting close. We're almost done with season 5. We're about to be on season 6. We've got the Rumble next week, as well as Hard to Kill next week. That's next Saturday and Sunday, the 4th and 5th. Hard to Kill on the 4th, the Rumble on the 5th. Of course, Deadline on the 27th this week. The week after that, I think I'm going to lock in one of the LSWF or ARW shows. Worst case, if I decide it's going to be LSWF, we kind of do a couple speed run episodes of LSWF where we do the rest of the Internet Championship Tournament and the rest of the qualifiers. It could probably be ARW, though, on May 11th. And then May 25th, so 2 weeks later, Fastlane, which will either be, essentially to explain that, Elimination Chamber will be for whichever show the Royal Rumble winner doesn't select to face at WrestleMania. Because then the other show... So say the winner of the Rumble picks the challenge for the WWE title, then SmackDown will get the Elimination Chamber, because the Elimination Chamber match will be to determine who challenges for the world title, or vice versa. So Fastlane will be on May 25th, Elimination Chamber on June 1st, Ring of Honor on June 8th. That one I will lock in. Ray and I are discussing making that a New Japan crossover show. And then currently, the idea is Stand and Deliver on the 23rd, Mania on June 29th and 30th. I'm giving serious thought to having Stand and Deliver be on the morning of the 29th, doing WrestleMania Night 1 in the evening on the 29th, and then jumping into Mania Night 2 on the 30th. Given thought to it, and then having an ARW or LSWF show on June the 23rd. Dom's going to help Liv win, isn't he? I don't know. But yeah, that's where we're at right now for the rest of the season. We're almost there. The light at the end of Season 5 is near, and I do really think this will go down as one of our best seasons ever. Zach says, hear me out. What if Jacob Valtu debuts by throwing a fireball? He is known to throw fireballs. I really don't have an opinion on that, quite honestly. Chamber on my birthday, June 1st. Yep. So happy birthday to you on that one, I suppose. And then the new season will begin on July 1st. So, with, well, really the new season will begin on the night of July 30th, or of June 30th, because that'll be the night that Ray and I release our draft video, probably right after, I don't know when we're going to get to do the Season 5 retrospective stream that we always do, where we do like the end of season awards and stuff. We might just make the draft the ending of that. That way everyone knows. Because essentially, as much as I love getting to do draft night on Raw and SmackDown, I know Ray is probably going to want to start the season with a bang and not like random match. SmackDown selects AJ Styles. Raw selects LA Knight. SmackDown selects, you know, so on and so forth. Well, Logan's going to be on Raw next week. Are they kind of pushing Andrade and Ricochet to be a tag team? Because that just feels weird and wrong. So Liv and Becky are the only ones that have gotten entrances so far. Looks like Nia's going to get an entrance. Oh, the party girls get an entrance. Okay. Now here comes Nia. I mean, the three favorites are obviously Nia, Becky, and Liv. I'd love a Dark Horse win, though. I really would. I'd love, like, an unexpected, like a Candice LeRae.
Going in over the top of the post in the floor to eliminate last woman standing wins the world championship. Now, very unique here tonight.
All right, that's it, or anyone else? Yep, no unexpected entrances. Gail Kim name drop. 17 years, wow. Oh, I'm going to say the thing. The big trucks is going to eat the little trucks. I'm giving you a small one because it's, 10:30. I'm not shocked that they didn't want to put any surprises in here. It wouldn't have made sense. And also, save the surprises for the draft, I do like that there haven't been any, immediate eliminations. They're making every elimination feel kind of important with this. Although, that being said, it's the final 23 minutes. There's going to be at least 2 commercial breaks, which means we're going to come back and, 3 people are going to be eliminated each time. Oh, Candace, the first one gone. And Maxine eliminating her, too. That's a great story beat there. Maxine eliminating both members of the Way. Wow. All right. And into the commercial break. I would have accepted a lot of commercials throughout the night if we could have gotten a commercial-free main event. That's kind of how I feel right now, is I would have accepted way more commercials in the main event if it meant we could get or before the main event, if it meant we could get a commercial-free main event. Because I hate it when they go to commercial during a battle royal, because you come back and so many people are already eliminated, so you just miss some of the eliminations.
For all of life's long questions, it's got to be time. Cantina chicken crispy taco isn't just a plain taco. It's a seasoned and slow roasted chicken taco that pairs nicely with the new avocado verde salsa.
Oh, man. Also, I think Ray and I have mostly got the WrestleMania card locked in at this point. We're missing... We got to add in the actual entries into the Money in the Bank ladder matches. And then I'm pushing for a match. He's being really hesitant on, but I'm pushing for it. And I can't say anything about that right now. There's one match I'm really pushing for him to let me do. And so he and I will talk about it next time I see him.
Not so fast. You're generous and I love you. Aw, you gave us a big one car insurance. I'm gonna go through too.
Yep, with flexible payment options for new drivers.
Okay, but why shop for the two?
To show you how it's done. For a great low rate, go with the General. Right now, any dog fix purchase $12 for pizza. Any pizza, any crust, $12. That means $3 or create some home with any toppings for just $12. This deal won't last long, so order any way you want now.
Maybe I'll watch NXT. Not on stream, but like maybe I'll watch it. Yeah, the field's thinned out a little bit, it looks like. Well, maybe not. Maybe no one got eliminated. I could just be blind. I'd love a Shayna win. That would be cool. Okay, I'm confused about something. Today's Raw was confirmed. Cena and Punk will be wrestling before the Rumble. So against each other are 2 different matches. 2 different matches, Zach. Not each other. Yeah, I won't do a watch along if I watch it because I need a night off. That's why I don't do NXT watch alongs. Not that I don't want to, it's just I'm live so many damn days of the week and I'm making videos so many damn days of the week that oh, there went Chance and Carter. Like I just I need a day off at some point, right? So I kind of usually use Tuesday as my grounded day where I don't record. Tuesday or Thursday. Those are kind of my day off during the week that I take for myself. Wait. May 4th and 5th, is that not? Oh my god, there was a graphic error from WWE there. Well, no. Yeah, it said Friday, May 4th and Saturday, May 5th. That's incorrect. Saturday, May 4th and Sunday, May 5th. I was sitting there like, wait a minute. Get her, Maxine. And there she is. I kind of want Nia to win just to watch the world burn a little bit. Like, just because I know how angry it'll make some of you. I would get a kick out of Nia winning. Pretty much looking at who's left in the ring, Zoe and Liv are like the only 2 I'd be like, ugh, about if they won. Because I don't get the appeal of Zoe Stark, and I've said my piece on Liv Morgan a million times at this point. I don't have a problem with her. Looks like Piper might be about to be out. Piper Niven will be a cool dark horse, but she's out. Unfortunate. Give me a Piper and Becky feud. That'd be fun. Oh no, I think Chelsea's about to be eliminated. Chelsea, just run. Chelsea, just get out of there. Chelsea, just go under the bottom rope and wait. Oh shit, they're really giving Piper something here, aren't they? Oh shit. Oh, Becky, no. Oh my god. Oh god. And bye, Chelsea. Oh! They didn't see Chelsea get eliminated. That's fucking great. Give her the win. Give Chelsea the belt. Fuck it, why not? I into another fucking commercial. That's fantastic. Yeah, that table was no selling Becky and Nia there. Put the belt on Chelsea, cowards. Let Matt Cardona be one half of the WWE Women's World Champion. That being said, probably good that Cardona's having to recover right now, because if Chelsea wins and Cardona was healthy, we all know damn well he'd be showing up to indie shows wearing a replica WWE Women's World title. Same way he did with the women's tag title.
When things sound dull, turn up the fun with Crouch. Your back needs for pretty small spaces. The always-on notified air pressure set. Forget. No outlets used, no batteries needed, no effort required. So your bathroom stays continuously fresh for 4 to 5 days. That's the power of pretty small spaces. Turn up your summer Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. And a conversation about all. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Keep it twisted.
Get a new iPhone 12 5G. Take amazing pictures and share instantly. You don't take yada yada in life. Don't take yada yada from your wireless provider. Get a new iPhone 12 with 5G for only $99.99. Only at Metro.
Thoughts on Tony Storm, go watch a fucking movie comment? I know nothing about it, so no, not really. Don't really have any thoughts, quite honestly.
Sure, it's home. Who can help you? Don't be want.
Says Taco Bell only really hits after midnight, which is why I'm going to use the Canteen Chicken Wing to help into the Taco Bell line. It's hot. Two hits, right? The Canteen Chicken Brisket Taco.
No, there was an Uncle Howdy There was an Uncle Howdy thing again tonight that said, "You will bear witness, begin the endless crawl, type the number of sense organs, and you shall behold all. Buzzards, follow. Pluto, open your eyes." Interesting. Oh, they finally got the table to break, so that's good. Thoughts on Willow Nightingale? She's fine. I got no problems with Willow. I don't know, man. Are they going to do the Chelsea thing twice where she gets eliminated again, but there's still no one there to see it? No, the refs are watching at this point. I like Willow just fine. I always have to be careful with this one because I had someone say quite probably the most offensive comment I've ever gotten. Because I said this, I don't... Oh, that's unfortunate. But anyway, what I was going to say, though, is I don't care for Mercedes Moné and never have. I've never cared about Mercedes Moné, even when she was Sasha Banks. I just never have and never will. So Willow winning the title just to drop it to her has got me sad. Like, if Willow was going to win the title, I would rather her win it and get, like, a good run with it. Because Willow's over. People like Willow, you know. I'm not, like, a super fan of hers, but I like her just fine. That's where I'm at with it. Yeah, it was down to Liv and Nia with the unconscious Becky outside. Oh, Becky's crawled back in, too. She didn't hear no bell. There are 7 minutes left in the show. I swear to God, if in the final 3 they go to a commercial break. Okay, but why stop her when she's trying to eliminate someone? That's been a problem. That's been a problem I've had forever. See, now this is the right move. Team up against the woman that's bigger than both of you. The one that's throwing you around like rag dolls, double team her. Smart move. Can't believe Jack Perry returned last night. I kind of felt like it was coming when they showed the all-in footage. Ray and I are somehow in the minority that we both don't give a singular fuck about anything the Young Bucks do at this point. Oh, what a way to eliminate Nia. Yeah, I assume it's Liv at this point. Given they had to bring Becky back from time off early for this, I assume it's probably just a Liv win. You pulled her through the ropes, Liv. You can shove her out the floor, nothing's gonna happen. Becky, just pull her off with you. You're still in the match. You went through the ropes, not over. Like, Becky, just dead weight towards the outside. Jesus. Like, and I'm not sitting here being like, oh, Becky should win. I'm sitting here being like, if you're gonna have Liv win, make it make fucking sense. Follow the rules of the match. Oh shit, Becky just won. Okay. Hell yeah. We take those. Hell yeah. Cool. That being said, introduce a women's mid-card title, please. Add even if you're just gonna give us a US and IC title with white straps and call it the Women's Intercontinental, Continental, and Women's US. Just mid-card titles for the women, please. I feel like tonight proved that more. Imagine Chelsea Green running around with an Intercontinental title. My assumption for Liv not winning there is Rhea will beat Becky when she comes back from the injury in a few months. And then, assuming Rhea's only out for 3 months, they can run the Rhea and Becky rematch at SummerSlam. And then they can run Liv and Rhea in the fall. Like, imagine Chelsea running around with an Intercontinental or US title. That'd be fucking great, wouldn't it? And then, like, a workhorse who is doing so much good stuff on the other shows, like a Naomi, like a Tiffany Stratton. Hell, make Tiffany Stratton Queen of the Ring and have her call herself, she could pull off wearing a crown all the time. Just thinking out loud. That was a fun main event. I really enjoyed that. But yeah, I think it makes more sense to, assuming they have Liv beat Rhea, which I still don't think is happening. I could eat my words in 6 months. It feels more satisfying to do the blow off to that when neither of them are champion off of a technicality. If Liv won the title off a technicality, it would not be as satisfying for their match when Rhea got back. That's how I'm looking at it right now. That is my explanation to you Liv simps in the chat that are going to be like, oh, worst main event ever, Becky shouldn't have won, and all that. All right, cool. I'm going to wrap it up there. I have to feed the cats. I'm going to try and go to bed and get like an actual amount of sleep tonight instead of the like 4 hours I got last night. Cool. All right. Well, thanks for watching, everybody. Big Light's coming back on. There we go. Cool. All right. I will see you guys in the next one. Hold on. Let's see here. If I auto camera control, if I turn autofocus back on, yeah, it looks better. Okay, cool. I'll see you guys next time. If you're a member, NXT is already out. If you're not a member, NXT will be out tomorrow. It's a really fun episode. I really enjoyed making it. I did halfway pass out between making part of it, but anyway, I will see you guys next time. Bye, everybody. That